Heyo. I've mentioned one guy before. He's a cool cat. He's over at fixyourcamera.org. He's got a YouTube channel. He's working on a lot of videos right now. You want to check him out. Even a website recently mentioned him. He's a camera repair technician. He works on fixing, and by fixing I mean parts replacement. I mean, I used to fix laptops and notebooks, and you don't really fix them anymore. You can't solder that stuff because it's just too small. Everything's on parts replacement. Someone to actually trust, and of course there's a lot of people to trust. You know, someone that is actually like me, who owns every Nikon DSLR, and you know, nobody's yanking my chain, nobody has their hand up my fanny telling me what to say or what not to say. Certainly not Nikon. They don't give a damn about me. So I can make an intelligent recommendation. Another person, and I used to repair cameras, but it's been ages ago, ages and ages ago, and it's film cameras. But someone like him at fixyourcamera.org, he'll tell you that he hates camera specification charts. A lot of people go, oh my god, this camera's got the anal spectroscopy rating of 10.5, or, you know, just all of that crap doesn't mean a damn thing. It just doesn't mean a damn thing. And, you know, you should ask him about the Nikon D600 and D610. You know, somebody, and he's certainly the only person on YouTube that has taken apart and fixed a lot of those things. And he'll tell you about the nightmare catastrophe that exists inside those and other cameras. Especially some of the design failures. And I used to see them too. I'd open up some Apple notebooks and I'm like, what the hell was Apple smoking? What was Apple smoking? You know, I love Apple computers, but I got no love for Steve Jobs, and I've got no love for Apple Incorporated. I used to answer tech support questions of the MacBook Pro, and there'd be all these people that would report pennies inside the, when they open up the back to replace the hard drive or to stick some RAM in. Like, what the hell is a penny? Sometimes it'd be a penny, sometimes it'd be a Filipino penny, their equivalent. What the hell is a penny doing in here? You know, this is a brand new MacBook. And the case is, believe it or not, and this is the God's honest truth, that there was a known issue with rattling on the motor on the DVD burner, and Apple Incorporated, their solution was to stick a penny in there because it acted as a spacer. A penny was a perfect spacer. So there's all these MacBooks out there right now, and of course Mac doesn't ship them with DVD burners anymore, or super drives. There's all of them out there. They actually came from the factory, from Apple, where they just shoved them in the, that's how we're going to fix the issue. We're going to stick a penny in there. So I wondered what happened when I kept getting all these questions. I knew all these people couldn't be lying. It's like, I just bought this thing new, and I'm going to install some RAM. There's a damn penny shoved inside my Mac, and that's, anyway. It's a little bit of story about Apple computers there, how they fixed a problem. And so all of these companies, whether it's computers or cameras, they all make you know, boneheaded mistakes, and you cannot judge a damn camera based upon specifications. If you went by specifications, nobody would buy this Nikon D700. Ah, it's a 2009 DSLR, you know, it's 12 megapixels. D3, I mean, that's ridiculous. It doesn't have enough autofocus points. It's not fast enough. It's a 12 megapixel camera. That thing is just heavy as a frigging fat hog. And everybody that bought these cameras, however, are just happier than a woodpecker in a lumberyard. They're just happier, you know, than a worm in a pile of poo. And not because I told them to buy it or recommended them to buy it, because these cameras are awesome. Nikon makes some boneheaded DSLRs. The recent one's a Nikon D5. I mean, that thing was just astonishingly bad. You know, it's not saying it's a horrible camera. No, of course it's not a horrible camera, but it wasn't even on the fence on me getting that Nikon D5. What if you went by the specifications of that camera? Well, that camera is just a winner. Well, look at the specifications of this camera. I mean, my God. Yeah, let's actually handle the camera and slap it around a little bit, and then we'll find out what the hell it really is. And and everybody wants me to do, you know, talks about the Nikon D500, and I won't do it. I've been asked it 1,000 times. What about the Nikon D500? Well, when I have it in my hands and I slap it around a little bit like a redheaded stepchild, you know, then I'll let you know what the Nikon D500 is. You know, somebody that goes to Nikon's booth, and I keep seeing these damn reviews by some of these YouTube photographers, it pisses me off. And they'll sit there with a, you know, one person even sent me a thing yesterday pointing to somebody's review on a D5. And I said, well, the thing is bolted to the desk where you can only yank it out about 3 feet. And they didn't even test the camera. What do you mean they didn't test the camera? There's pictures of it, right? They had Nikon D500 and D5. Well, D5 is out now, but at the time, everyone that was available for manhandling, the compact flash card and SD card slot were taped shut, or they were actually deactivated. You can't test a camera like that. I mean, the thing is bolted to the table, and the SD card or compact flash card is taped shut. I mean, I even told them, I said, do you see that picture closely? There's freaking tape on the SD card slot. Anybody that's holding that camera, they're looking at you, make sure that you didn't sneak a card in there and take some pictures and take them home to you to show everybody. That's not a test. I mean, are you kidding me? That's not a test. I only had the Nikon D5 yesterday for a limited period of time, but it was not bolted to the table, and the compact flash card slots were not taped shut. You know, I had free range to slap it around as much as I want for a period of time, and that camera was not on the fence, it was down here, and there was just no way. That camera had issues, baby. It had issues. The specifications on the new SB5000 Nikon Speedlight are wonderful. The guide number on it is lower than the Nikon D10. They did that to allow for high-speed sync, but also specifically for continuous high burst mode, so that the Speedlight wouldn't overheat. Well, the issue with that Speedlight, and I handled it today, is it's got a serious issue. I won't go into details what the serious issue is until I decipher it further. But that Speedlight is not built very well. All current former Nikon Speedlights, SB900, 910, 800, are made in Japan. Hey! That Speedlight is made in China. And, you know, this thing is actually made in China. China actually does make a few, very, very few, good things. But that Speedlight ain't one of them. It even feels like it's made in China. But that Speedlight has issues. I mean, for $50 more than a current SB910, which is made in Japan, and it is a damn good Speedlight. I mean, that Speedlight is a lot of money. Well, this Speedlight is made in China. So you know the labor costs are way down here. But that Speedlight is $50 more, so the labor costs to make it are down here, but the price is up here. Well, excuse my math, but that doesn't make any sense. That is definitely a good profit margin for Nikon. But that Speedlight's got an issue, and I need to figure out what it is, and, you know, I tested it over. That Speedlight's got an issue. I won't go into specifics, but I was like, well, damn, really? Really, Nikon? That's your new Speedlight? No! But these are wonderful Nikon DSLRs. I mean, Nikon is a gigantic damn company. Even Fuji, you know, excellent Fuji. Fuji's got a couple loser lenses. They do. Every camera company that makes 20 or more lenses, and Nikon makes a whole hell of a lot more than 20 lenses, they have some losers. Nikon has some loser Nikkor lenses. I mean, the lenses are losers with a capital L. And Nikon makes some loser DSLRs. The Nikon D800. The Nikon D600 and D610. I mean, ask the guy over on fixyourcamera.org. He'll tell you exactly what's going on the inside of that camera. I mean, no. Basically, the Nikon D600 and D610 are the pre-prototypes of what I'm filming this on right now, the Nikon D750. And the Nikon D750 has had several recalls. The camera that I'm filming this on is under recall. When I typed in the serial number on the latest recall, it says, send your camera in to Nikon. Well, I haven't sent it in yet. I may soon, but I don't need to right now. Yeah, I've got other cameras I could film this on, obviously. So I'm not gonna, you know, I don't know if people thought I was slapping Nikon around like a redheaded stepchild recently, but they deserved it. I mean, that camera was $6,500, and it was, I expected it to at least be on the fence, but it was down here. So, you know, Nikon, you screwed up. And God's sakes, so many recalls in the D750. Nikon, you screwed up. They're fixing their issues, and that's good. You know, I mean, these are complicated. If you've taken any of these cameras apart, and I have, these cameras are 10 pounds of poo in a 5-pound bag. I mean, when you unscrew these things, they almost explode in your face. Not literally. They almost explode in your face because they are so full of stuff. I mean, Nikon really pounds the poo inside these little cameras. I mean, you can't even believe how chock full that they are. I mean, they're unbelievable. They're like, oh my God, how the hell did they fill this crap in here? So you can't go, the point is that if you go by specification charts, you never buy the D700, you never buy the Nikon D3. But these cameras are exquisite. They're just the tits, or the cat's ass, or silk, sex, and sugar. And I've owned all of them, and I'm not making a dime off of any recommending. Whatever the hell you buy, I don't make a dime. You know, I don't. I'm glad that you're happy. You know, I have to know also too. I mean, I can't make a recommendation. Well, what's the best camera? I don't know. What's the budget, and what do you plan on doing with it? Same reason I can't recommend a little midget car to like some tall 7-foot tall basketball player. 7-foot tall basketball player. You know, the car might be awesome, but he's gonna hate it. So I can't recommend a camera to someone that doesn't tell me the specifications and the parameter of the spectrum of use for that camera. Logically and reductively so, that must be necessitatively the case. That is undeniable. Therefore, I can make a wise, logical, intelligent statement about something based upon someone's budget and use criteria. Don't you wish camera stores would do stuff like that? Don't you wish the guy behind the camera store actually knew what the hell he was talking about? Don't you wish he actually owned all these cameras so he could make an intelligent, wise, logical, and well, of course, even if he knew, he still would, well, you need to buy the most expensive one because it's awesome. The specifications on this camera are awesome. It's like, oh yeah, I need the expensive one. I'm like, no, you don't. You'd probably be happier with this or this, depending on what you need. So those guys are working off commission. Commission means that you are de facto a liar. Liar. Because you can't make any commission selling this whole thing. You can make some commission off of this thing, but you can't off of this. But I'll recommend this if the case warrants its recommendation. So the premise of this video is to hell with specifications. They don't mean a damn thing. They mean something, but they mean about that much. The Nikon D5 has awesome specifications. The implementation of those specifications are... The Nikon D5 has the worst base ISO performance of any Nikon ever. That was just reported by several websites. Awful. ISO 100, the Nikon D5 is like, ah! It's awful. It sucks. You want to talk about ISO 3 million? Yeah, ISO isn't even sensitivity or exposure. You're not even talking about light above ISO 6400. You are talking about noise processing. Noise processing. Have you seen the ISO 3 million shots? Well, the Nikon D5 has got ISO 3 million! Yeah, I want everybody here watching this video to take a look at a 3 million ISO Nikon D5 shot. It is so horrible, you can't even tell what the hell it is you are looking at. You can't tell. Like, what the hell am I looking at? I can't tell if I'm looking at a flower or a nude woman. Spread eagle. I can't tell. The pictures are that bad. No joke. That's both funny and accurate. I love when things are very funny and very accurate. So yeah, check out a 3 million ISO shot from the Nikon D5. Can't go by specifications. They don't mean diddly. Specifications mean something, but they mean about that much. Everybody thinks specifications mean this much. They really mean that much. Okay? Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Truth and honesty. Bye. Lux y veritas.